You know, growing up, my mom died. There was a period of time where I had a lot of money, and I wasted it. I was messing around with a girl, and we used to do synthetic marijuana, and I did a lot of experimentation back then. I was a late bloomer. That was my teenage experience. I didn't have sex till I was 21. It's good and bad because it's good and bad. It's bad because I was sheltered, and I got out here in the streets with a trashy woman, and she took away from my family, took away from my good sense, and I lost everything. And what's worse, I lost respect to much of my family because she was doing stuff, and then they thought I was doing stuff, which I wasn't. I was just sitting up in the apartment smoking weed and watching movies. That's what I did. You know what I mean? I will say, like, I didn't even have a smartphone before I got with V. Even with all that money, I didn't have a smartphone. And I got with her, and she introduced me to some things that, which is, I guess that's good. A part of it was showing me who I am, but it wasn't. Still a subject. Was a survivalist. I was actually looking at buying some gold, but she ran through all my fucking money. But I was looking at buying some gold at that time. I was an InfoWars listener. I was a big survivalist person. I didn't understand back then that a big part of survivalism is white men realize they've lost control of society, and that survivalism is kind of like they're at war with society in a way. That's a part of what survivalism is. They're at war with society. They're angry with society, and so they hope these pandemics get bad, and they hope things get bad in society. They hope these things wind up the way they do. They do. I didn't get that back then. I didn't understand it. I wouldn't have listened if someone sat down and explained it to me. I wouldn't have listened. I wasn't listening back then. When I ran out of money and I had to work and all this, I kind of got sucked into the liberal stuff. What is liberalism in my point of view? Why do I refer to that, even though I'm a socialist? A liberal is somebody that believes in commercialism. They want big government and all that, but it's not like, okay, we need to get out of these wars. We need to get away from the war economy. That's not really what liberals are talking about. It's kind of similar with like with Obama, that you had blacks that supported Obama, but it wasn't like, okay, let's use this power we have now to end these wars, to get out of Guantanamo. It wasn't that. It was just, we want a black hand to hold the whip. And that's, to me, what liberalism is. I'm not explaining it properly, but it's a materialistic, ignorant, dumbed down culture of liberalism. Whereas I want to say, a part of me, I know what I want. Can't be started using electoral process, and that's not possible. That's the difference. So, out here working and stuff, the survivalist stuff, I kind of pushed it aside. I still own guns, but I was still like a Rush Limbaugh listener and stuff, but I didn't have money. When you have money, it's easy to be a conservative. When you don't have money, it's not. Because when you don't have money, just look at the way these businesses work. Look at how much government has pushed certain technologies so they can be privatized. You have to have government, people who are willing to spend and lose money to establish technologies so you can go into the future. You don't just, most people can't just drop millions and millions of dollars on something with no success. Private stuff is set upon there being a success, a profit, a payback, Moving on. So, I got in the truck drive and got to see the country and stuff. And, I'll admit, I kind of was distracted from being a survivalist or aware of systems, aware of the way society is. And it's like the last few years of my life have not been great, but they've been good. So I got off the road. I don't miss it. I'm not doing that bad. But I wasn't prepping. I wasn't buying stuff. I've got a bunch of preps in my storage unit. I haven't been back there in months. And to the point where I was actually getting ready to buy a PS4 or whatever. I was getting ready to start getting into gaming. I used to be a gamer years ago. And then this corona, I didn't even talk about this to you guys. And then this coronavirus shit just out of nowhere. It was just, you know what I mean? It's quite shocking how this coronavirus stuff came out of nowhere. Nowhere. And it's like I've tried to be a normal person and live a normal life. It's hard as a survivalist. It's hard knowing about different things in the economy and knowing about how precarious the economy is and knowing about how we live on the edge of a knife. It's hard to live like that and to be out here, you know, and see what's going on. It's hard to live and not be ignorant. And I've done videos in the past talking about how society could have been better and all this. This is the inside story in my life of what I mean by that. When I say that's more of something you say after you watch this video. That it's just with the wars and the police shootings and different things that have happened. It's just like we can't be ignorant. We can't turn off because the world is so effed up right now. And so I keep telling my dad, speaking about the coronavirus, even if coronavirus ended tomorrow, say you had a cure tomorrow, which is not going to happen, you could still have a recession. We're in a recession now. That's not a guarantee. There's a lot of problems that come with a recession. There's a lot of problems that come with this. And then we're not even talking about just the idiot that Trump is and how that makes everything 10 times worse. You're dealing with a person that's very arrogant, has something to prove in everything he does and in everything he says. Oh, I could use this too, can I? Didn't know I could use that. Yeah, we dealing with an idiot, man. You're dealing with a serious idiot that has no thought or respect for anybody but himself. Period. Moving on. I really feel as though this is a very dangerous time. And it's made me revisit my preps and revisit things. I need to start reading again. I've got like pages and pages and pages upon research on different things, and it's like it's gonna take me a while to dig back into this stuff, but I know I have to. I know I've got to sit down and dig into this stuff. It's just like, wow, like, you know. I will say this. I don't think he'll laughing at us now. I don't think he'll be laughing at us soon, at least. And I just think most folks don't really care. Like, a part of me thinks that a pandemic has to happen. Like, we have a dumbed down society. And I mean, I know it's like the guy said, Edward Bernays put it, that we are a dumbed down society in essence, that our tastes are molded and stuff. And that's just the way things are. It's true. It is really true. He's really right about that. I hope it doesn't get bad. I don't really feel for people in the South. Like, I don't look around me and think about people dying. Like, I really don't care. You know, just my experience living down here and being with these people, it's a very hateful place. It's a very backward place. And I just don't feel anything for these people. I don't know if that's bad to say it or wrong for me to say it or immoral for me to say it. But I just don't feel anything for most Southern people. I don't. Like I said, I know maybe that's bad. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe it's wrong. But, you know, like, what I'm saying by that is people will say, like, okay, when I went and bought my, you know, crab legs and stuff tonight, do I think about the fact that nobody in this got preps? And so thus a lot of them will probably die. I don't think about that. I don't. You know, when those are young kids, those are people my age. What I you know, I think that's the difference between me. There's a movie I want to watch before this thing gets bad. A movie called I Am Legend. And I like that film. I don't think it got the respect it should have. I Am Legend is probably one of the only films you will see with a black survivalist. It's just, you won't see it. That's not a part of our culture. It's just not a part of our culture. You won't see it. Yeah, the black survivalist. In that movie, he was trying to come up with a cure for Reaper virus that turned everybody into zombies or whatever. I didn't like that because I guess in watching that film, I thought I would see myself, and I didn't, because I can tell you if everybody on Earth died tomorrow, or everybody in the South died tomorrow, I wouldn't be sitting up here thinking about trying to save any of them. I wouldn't. I've got family down here. I've got friends down here, you know, that I certainly don't want anything to happen to them. Yeah, I would, you know what I mean? For them, yeah. But for a lot of folks in the South, like a lot of people down here, I can tell you I wouldn't feel bad for them. Not even a little bit. Not one iota. It's a lot of hate down here. And unless you've lived down here, you don't know what I'm talking about. I drove trucks for a while. And I can tell you got some very hateful, nasty, mean-spirited, vengeful people down here who have hate in their hearts. And that's not, I'll tell you what it's like when you drive trucks. You ain't gotta believe me. Don't look for them. You don't have to. They'll find you. No, you just like my grandma used to say, you just keep getting up in the morning and laying down. You'll figure it out. I used to hear her say that. I thought that was the craziest thing in the world to hear her say that. And as I've gotten older, yeah, she was right. She was right about that. Yeah, you got some really hateful, dastardly people, man. Filled with hate. Filled with hate. And that's just all there is to it. You got some really nasty folks down here. And they're fighting for the right to be gay. I mean, they're fighting for the right to be homophobic. They're fighting for the right to be racist. I was reading on Survivor's Board. This guy was talking about how, imagine if tomorrow they made it legal to be homophobic. And I'm just sitting thinking in my mind, I'm like, wow, like that's your biggest fear. It isn't gun disarmament. It isn't inequality and not going to pay your rent. Your biggest fear right now is if someone made it legal to be a homophobe. Like, wow, that's your biggest fear. Like, and it's a part of me thanks God for that, because as long as they think like that and they have that ideology, they will always be on the outside. I told you, a lot of people out here like Trump. A lot of folks, if they sat down and really looked at what Trump said, they would like what he says. But it's just that, I'm sorry, I'm putting these magnets on here. I'm using these magnets right now. If, you know, but if it wasn't for the racism and the bigotry and the sexism on a constant basis, he would get the votes. He would get their support. But he can't stop himself. He doesn't care about it. So, good. You know, a part of me, when I see him do these racist jokes and stuff, I smile because I realize that just by the very merit of him doing it, it's a huge portion of America he'll never get. And it's not because they don't like what he says, it's not because they don't support his policies, it's just that Trump goes out of his way to be so nasty and just so mean-spirited that they can't kosher to that. They cannot kosher that. They've got family and loved ones out here. They can't kosher with that, nor should they. Peace out.